Good morning. It's coffee time. I've had escapism on my list of topics for quite a while, and I didn't really feel like until today that it was time to talk about. So, escapism, I think, is, well, I'm probably going to just preach to myself today, and we'll see if it's relevant for anybody else. But escapism, or getting away from, whatever your reality is, kind of seems to be a way of life for me and maybe a lot of other people. And there's lots of different forms that can take. It can be just involving yourself in constant media stimulation. It can be even just sitting in your own mind and wandering around and just unplugging yourself from reality. And right now, or just, having a huge list of things that you have to do every day, forced on yourself by things that have to be done or things that you think are important, things that are essential. And right now, in the state that we are in of being forced into self-isolation, I guess, or having to stay in our homes as much as possible to try to avoid getting ourselves and other people sick. The amount of escapism that we can do, physically anyway, is limited. And, I'd like to ask myself, what am I escaping from? But that's another video probably. But being forced to not be able to escape, to not be able to go to work, finish a long list of tasks that would involve leaving the house, buying things, creating new projects for myself that may or may not be important. It's making me think. And what are we escaping from? What am I escaping from? I don't know. But I'm always trying to get away from that loop that, my husband told us all yesterday to break the loop or cut the loop and let it come out here. But I, this morning, thinking about this, sitting in my little prayer time, and it's kind of sad to me that in my regular life, I have to schedule prayer time, that I can't just do it whenever, that I have to remind myself to do it, to connect with my Creator. And the dogs are drinking, of course, this is a little game we call, let's see how long I can record before my dogs start making noise. And that's a distraction. But I'm wondering, and I didn't do any biblical research this morning. I just had some verses come to my mind. And first one was, be still and know that I am God. How often are we still? And my sheep hear my voice and they follow me. When do we slow down enough mentally, emotionally, physically to hear his voice? And are we just packing ourselves with things and thinking and circles of thought and problems to solve so that we can't be still, so that we can't listen and we can't hear? And forced isolation gives you lots of time to do that, because the normal things that you would run to escape aren't available. I can't fill 4 days of my week with work. I'm going to be home. I'm going to have a lot of time, which I like. I'm going to try to keep a thankful heart about this whole thing so that I can spend more time with my Creator and less time trying to escape my own self, I guess. What's my point here? So I'm hoping to spend some of this time in self-examination, which we do so well. But I want to also just be available for God to speak to me and to try to see, last night I asked him, can you show me where I'm escaping? Can you show me the bad behavior patterns that need changing? And I don't even need to know what I'm escaping from. That doesn't even seem to be that important to me. I just want to know where I could do better. And I know there's going to be, at least for this period of time, a shift in our culture, a shift in importance. Things that we valued, such as busyness is next to godliness, just cannot happen right now. And I'm actually thankful for that part. But when all of your escape mechanisms and your busyness is taken away, where does that leave you? Are you able to open up and listen for the voice of God, to be still, to hear his voice as one of his sheep? Live and love out of the way you were created.